Okay, I think that's gotten started. Good afternoon, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Koality Time, our monthly podcast series where we get to, well, share a wee dram and have a little behind-the-scenes chat. And yes, I'm in this one again, as is my Scotch. God, this is good stuff as well. I've decided I want to be a little bit more in this channel in the future. For those of you who are a little surprised to see me, I was in one of the last videos, the last War Thunder video. Don't worry, things aren't going to be changing too much. The regular content you're used to will still be around. I'm not going to be in all of these videos. I'm not becoming a vlogger. But I've decided we're going to be involved in this channel personally a wee bit more. Wow, that is actually really strange. I got a new light shipped in today for use with this whole setup. Now that I've got a better webcam, got the lighting set up now, I'm keen. I'm keen on getting involved more with the channel from a personal front, which is kind of what the purpose of this series is anyway, so it's a little odd that I haven't been part of the last few, but I have popped up on this series a couple of times. The lighting setup I've got, though, basically means I've got a ring light around the camera, so all around here, I mean, obviously you can't see it. I cannot see, well, I can't see you, obviously, it's a pre-recorded video. I suppose I can't see you in a live stream either, it's not a video call, but I can't even see the camera at the moment. The light kind of drowns it out, but it does make the quality of this video look a lot better, I think. And it's been sorely missed, especially with live streams. Basically means that I don't have to have the big light on in this room or the big light up there. That makes my face look very washed out, and I much prefer having a proper studio lighting setup, but it does mean that I can't tell where the actual camera lens is on this little camera I've got at all. I'm basically looking at this little light here. It's right about there. See, the lens, I think, is about, hold on, I can see it, it's about there. The light is there. That's what I'm looking at. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. I'm not used to popping up on camera, especially not with any sort of script to go by. But we're going to get better at it. Like I said, I did rock up on one of the last War Thunder videos. It was fun, it was interesting, it took a bloody long time to record because of course I can't look at my script while I'm saying it, I have to remember the lines and then look at the camera. It's not a good look just looking down like this, reading off a script the whole time. You guys would... It's not good. But I think we pulled it off quite nicely. I think the last War Thunder video went quite well. Let me know what you think, of course. I hope that you guys will appreciate seeing a little more from me, especially in this series. It's kind of what it's for us to get a little bit of an update. Man, does it require a specific type of person, though, because whilst most of you were, well, perhaps having a bit of a laugh, which I'm fine with, and you know, kind of, some of you are excited to see the face behind the channel if you haven't seen me before. Some of you were quite interested to see that I was doing it on the channel, so those of you who have been part of live streams before. And a few of you have seen my face on this channel a couple of times in the past. But there were some comments, and this is not a sob story, and I'm not trying to be upset or make you feel sorry, but my god, some people just like to be nasty for no reason. Seriously, I took a little bit of introspection after that video to basically decide that I don't care. And that realization seems pretty obvious, but when you put yourself out in your channel and make a point of saying, "Hi, it's me, I'm here, how fun is this?" and you get several very nasty comments, a couple of which I just removed. That acting that you don't care. And of course, you know, get over it. It's not a big deal, but at the time it takes its toll. So those people who do facecam videos as their regular everyday content, I don't understand how you do it. Oh, that is nice. I've got this. Well, it's not new. You can tell how much of the bottle's missing. But Naked Grouse. This stuff is, if you're a whiskey drinker, you can find this well worth it. Should probably not have too much more until this recording's done, actually. I won't be able to edit the shit together. Now, before we go any further, I want to make sure I let you guys know that there'll be a live stream happening here tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing we did a couple of months prior. We're going to start over on YouTube, move over to Twitch partway through. I hope you've been enjoying the new outro cards. I've been really happy with how they've turned out, using the Twitch clips as the outro to the video. It's an idea I got from another YouTuber who I have talked about very highly over the past few videos. And let me know what you think about it, because I'm really happy with how the new look of the channel has turned out. Well, I say new look of the channel. Some of it you guys haven't seen yet. There will be some new stuff coming to the channel quite soon, including a new channel banner. I'm having some artwork commissioned for the channel. I had some other artwork commissioned for my other channel, which we'll get into that a wee bit more later. That still hasn't kicked off yet. If you remember from the last episode of this series, I said we were getting started with a second channel. That has not started yet. We'll talk about that more in a wee bit. But I thought it was high time we kind of changed up some of the stuff on this channel. Oh, before we go any further, again, I should say, make sure you come and join our giveaway. If you didn't see on the last War Thunder video I did about the Operation Summer vehicles, we talked about the giveaway that we've got going on the Discord, where by playing in squadrons, in the voice chats, in War Thunder, and posting screenshots of your team results, your scorecards, you could win up to 10,000 Golden Eagles for a squadron, so 2,500 each. Make sure you come and join in, because it's been fantastic seeing all the activity that we've had going in the chats. People, you know, asking to squad up and then getting a couple of responses from other players on the Discord, making friends, meeting up with some new people in the chat. It's been fantastic to see, so thank you to you lads who have done that. And I hope the rest of you will come and join in, play in some squads. We've got a few days left of the giveaway. We've got 4 days, I think, left on that, so come find some new friends to squad up with, and you can win yourself some Golden Eagles. Use them to finish off the Operation Summer grind if the grind is getting you down. It's starting to get me down. I really hope we get that F11F test drive. The content creators get that test drive soon enough so I can take it out and show you guys. Yeah, the purpose of this giveaway has kind of been to help supercharge the activity on the Discord, because whilst schedule is slowly becoming a thing again on this channel. Yeah, I shouldn't even say that, should I? Every time I say that, don't worry, videos will be on time from now on. They're on time for about 2 days, and then they disappear again. I promise I'm going to get better at this, but there is a reason for it. But I'm definitely not experienced with running a community like a Discord server, so it's been difficult to try and maintain activity on the server. And this is kind of a way to help that out. So we've got some more people using the voice channels that are there, and making the most of what we've got there, and discussing with people, you know, playing some different games. We've got a channel for Enlisted on there now. We've got a channel for, what did we add recently? A Lego channel. So if you're a fan of Lego, building military planes out of Lego or whatever, there's a channel on there for you to go and meet some like-minded folks. Which I've really enjoyed seeing the activity that's on there, but it's nice to see some more. And this was my idea, this giveaway, to kind of help people get used to talking with some random folks on the Discord, and kind of make my Discord server, the Coalition Forces Discord server, a central place for people in this community, which has been great to see. See, a lot of the longer term War Thunder content creators have made a lot of friends, and their friends have made a lot of friends simply by being part of their communities. And I'm a little newer, so I don't quite have that yet, even though we're starting to become a fairly decent sized channel now, aren't we? Almost 75,000, that's... wow. This has been growing very, very nicely. Now, if I could just keep up the video schedule on that front, there is a relatively sizable update on, well, in my personal life that I want to talk to you guys about. I haven't talked about this to a great degree yet, because it hasn't been finalised. In fact, it hasn't even been set in stone that this might go ahead, but now it's kind of... the plans are in motion enough that I feel comfortable enough talking to you lads about this, and that is my moving out. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. We've been recording, well, you know what, that's my bed right there. That's where we are. Oh god, the frame rate just disappeared there. What's that? Little OCD, it's bugging me. There we go. I've been recording in this location for, well, since I started the channel. It's the only place I get some peace and quiet, and I still don't sometimes. In fact, I'm gonna lose the peace and quiet in a few minutes, so let's try and get this video out before then. But one thing I've really wanted to do is be able to move out into my own place. I'm still living in a family home. I spent a little while outside of it, if you guys remember. If you're fans of the channel back in 2017 to very early 2018, you might remember I had some things happened then, but I am finally really seriously looking like we're going to be moving out into my own place, which is absolutely fantastic. We're looking at an apartment in the city, me and my partner, which is going to have a room that I can dedicate to be my recording and streaming room. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's been a little bit of a search. We spent the last few months, well, month and a half, looking at a whole bunch of different places in the local vicinity. And my partner works in Parliament, so it's good to be within close proximity to that. And having a proper location that won't be too noisy is one thing. We're looking at a nice high story apartment, which is awesome. And that will mean that we don't get so much noise. But I will have a room dedicated to be a recording, streaming, and content creation room. I'm so excited. We've been looking at going in for inspections to some of these places. They look absolutely fantastic. I mean, we've got a short list now of about 4, 5, 6 places that we're really seriously looking at. Now it's just a matter of talking to the banks and kind of getting a final handle on which of these options might be our best. So we're incredibly excited, and I've been talking a little bit on the Discord with some lads about this particular topic, but I've not said anything about it on the channel so far, because it's only just becoming a real serious, you know, this is happening now, this is actually going ahead. It's not a pipe dream anymore. This is real. And wow, has it been kind of shock to the system, I must admit. If you don't know, I'm 23 years old. I'm looking at getting my first place, which will be a very nice apartment, funded through my dream job. It's a hell of a way to put it like that. Because of that, I definitely want to get a schedule back on track now, because moving out, I don't know how many of you remember or have moved in the past few years or the past decade or so, and remember what it's like. It's going to put a big old dent in the schedule again, and, well, on this channel recently, we could do without that. There's a few other reasons that has been as well. Besides looking for houses, or apartments I should say, not houses, I've been getting the second channel started. So I've called the channel Armorcast, and this is something that I talked about a lot in the last episode. If you didn't see that, I recommend going and checking that out. Went over all the basics. What I've done is gotten the channel started now. It is called Armorcast. I will leave a link to it down in the video description of this video. I would love for you lads, anyone who is interested in the Koala Explains type content, the military history content that I produce, go subscribe to the Armorcast channel. Now, nothing is going to be rocking up on that channel just yet. The channel needs to be a certain length of time old before it can be eligible for monetization anyway. Needs a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of watch hours. So what's going to be happening in future weeks, once I've got a logo and such sorted out, I did commission an artist to design a logo for the channel, but I'm not entirely happy with it, so we're going to be looking at getting that redone. There will be content popping up that will be all of my real life history content in the Koala Explains playlist. everything from there will be removed from this channel one by one and go up on the Armorcast channel. Armorcast is kind of going to be a joint venture between myself, and I want to get a couple of other military content creators involved. People like Maximus is a prime example. I want to get some of the lads from the Tundra Tactical crew. If you know that channel, they're more of a civilian but gun-focused channel, and perhaps a couple of other creators in this community to be a part of the Armorcast presence. But basically, this is going to separate my content on War Thunder, as well as World of Warships, and a couple of other games we're going to be playing in the future, from my military history content. And I talked about why this is important in the last video. I'm not going to go back over it now, but that's going to be a very exciting time when that finally starts. You know, I start putting up content on that channel. We will start by re-uploading a lot of the current Koala Explains videos with a wee bit of editing to that channel. Start getting the watch hours down for that channel and start getting the subscribers down for that channel, and that will be a channel devoted to the military history content that I am making, and we will get some other guest stars on the Armorcast channel as well. So it won't just be Koala Explains. I said in the last video I also have plans for 2 more new series to get started when that channel gets to the point where it's, well, get some traction, let's say. I'm very, very excited. Armorcast is going to continue using Patreon for support. I don't know if you've noticed, but this channel is no longer using Patreon. I did announce this on the channel with a post on the channel, and I talked about it in the last War Thunder video. This channel is no longer going to be using Patreon for crowd support. Now, crowd support for a channel like this is incredibly important. More so for Armorcast, because that's the channel that will be uploading a lot of videos that will go unmonetized because of the nature of the video, because it's military content and YouTube wants to kick that right up the shaft. But also the fact that a lot of footage I use for that type of content is copyrighted, so I lose monetization on that, and it's made crowdfunding a very crucial part of keeping this channel running. Armorcast will use Patreon. The Scottish Koala, this channel, will no longer be using Patreon. In fact, if you visit the link, the hyperlink that's on the older videos that will take you to Patreon, it now says Armorcast, and it's set up as the crowdfunding and rewards area for that channel rather than this one. This channel has switched over to a platform known as Pledsto, which is basically a more concise way of getting crowd support on a smaller scale. So Patreon has a few caveats that come with it, because it is a platform designed for everybody, whether you're an artist, a singer, a big professional channel that creates news media or uploads one very important video, say once a month, like a channel like, what's a good example? Kurzgesagt, if you know that channel. They upload about a video a month, and they put a lot of very professional work into it. Whereas my channel, not gonna say I don't put a lot of professional work into it, but we try and keep out a video, well, multiple videos every week, and it's more about the relationship between you guys who like to watch these videos and me who gets to create them alongside you. And I think Pledsto is a much more suitable crowd support platform for this type of channel. Now, like I said, you can access the Armorcast Patreon. I've actually kept a lot of the same tiers, and the rewards are quite similar. I do not recommend, even if you want to support that type of content, I do not recommend signing up to the Patreon for the Armorcast channel just yet, because nothing's going up on there just now. That will be happening very soon. I will be all over it, advertising it to you guys on this channel and making sure you guys know that that is where that style of content is going to be. We're uploading about 3 more Koala Explains videos over the course of the next few weeks to this channel, and then we will be switching over for good to uploading that specific content over on the other channel. So until then, I don't recommend you supporting that channel on Patreon. If you want to crowdfund me and my work, check out Pledsto. The link will be in the description below. Basically lets you crowdfund a channel for as little as 10 cents per month, which is a fantastic little bonus. All you guys have to do is validate your email address, and you can support the channel for 10 cents a month, which is absolutely nothing, but when there are potentially hundreds, if not thousands of people doing it, the bigger this channel gets, obviously, then it can make a huge difference in what I'm able to do with this channel. So if supporting this channel is something you think you want to do, you're enjoying the content, you like what we're doing, and you want to see some more of it in future, then if you are able to, of course, I don't want anybody to put themselves out, but that is kind of what Playedsto is for. If you want to check out Playedsto, all you need to do is validate your email, put in 10 cents, 50 cents per month, and I've even been given a little personalized video message to everybody who backs. So some of you who have supported on Playedsto already haven't done that step of validating your email address. There's no need for account creation, everything's done via email, but you do have to validate your email address. So if you want to support the channel, then remember that nothing goes through until you've done that. So for a couple of you, go back and make sure that's done. I don't want to put anybody out, of course, but I thought I'd give you that little notification here in this video while we're talking about it. I did make one final little spoiler in the last Koality time about there being one more project that we're going to get started on in the future, but seeing as that's not going to happen for potentially a year at the moment, until that really starts being a serious plan, I won't talk about that just yet. I'll spoil the secret before Christmas, lads, don't you worry. But I think that's going to be it for us today. A little bit of a shorter Koality time this month. Like I said, I'm going to be kicked out of having the peace and quiet to be able to sit down and record in a few minutes, and I want to stay on schedule now that we've got the opportunity to really kick videos back off in a almost daily upload schedule. We're going to be making sure we keep to it this time, and I hope you guys enjoy what that means for you as well, what that entails for the content you've been enjoying so far. Of course, as I said on the War Thunder video, nobody should feel like they have to support this channel. I absolutely do not want to put anyone out and make you guys feel like you have to buy content on this channel. It's one of the reasons I actually didn't like using Patreon, is because all of the tiered rewards and such, I was trying to advertise it and get people in because it was how I was making this channel work. It was crucial to the channel, but then I would have to basically make the content on Patreon something you bought. Whereas Playedsto is more about just chucking a few cents, a couple of dollars every year to a channel you're enjoying. So if that sounds like you and you want to support, then thank you very much, and it's going to really kick the channel into gear now. And now that we've kind of gotten a lot of that, the armor cast is finally set up, and videos are going to start appearing on there in the next month or two, and moving is looking like it's really seriously in motion now. We're going to get back into treating this channel a lot more businessy, and that gets me excited. I hope it gets you excited as well. I'm going to leave this now because when I'm on camera, I like to ramble a lot, and it really takes a tough hand on the reins to prevent me from going off on a tangent for the next 15 minutes, but I will leave it now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. A little more of a informal update this time. If you like this style of video for Koality time, I will definitely keep it. Keep an eye out for some new channel art in the future, some new stuff on the merch store, mainly some new stuff on the channel itself, and of course when the Armorcast content really starts kicking off. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and as always, please remember, keep your whiskey to hand, keep your kilt on, and I'll catch you next time. Please, stop dropping bop.
Stop dropping bomb. Your dancing is an insult.